Welcome, my friends and enemies. Glad you are here. We got another one, but this one actually made me angry. So angry. Okay, so for those of you who know me, I like to collect things. To absolutely no one's surprise, absolutely hate collecting things, by the way. Yeah, no, nothing to see here. Nope, nothing to see here. I have absolutely no Lord of the Rings stuff, no Legend of Zelda, no Star Wars, no Guild Wars, no Nintendo, no PlayStation, no Xbox, not a thing. It's all an illusion that I totally can't just pick up. But anyway, speaking of so, I like collecting things. Shocking to nobody. It's the Asperger's tax just keeps building up. It's like, all right, pay your Asperger's tax. I got collections to buy. As the old man me says. But no. I like buying collector's editions. And I held out for like a year. It was a year? Might have been even longer. I don't remember. For Baldur's Gate 3, the collector's edition, I guess you would call it. It's a physical copy. It's a physical thing for Steam. Even comes with discs outside of a Steam key. So you have a Steam key and you have discs with the CD key. So I get the best of both worlds because, it comes with the Steam key, so I can play it on Steam. But it also comes with an actual disc. So should something go wrong and I lose Steam or whatever, well, guess what? I can still play it on my computer. Like, the reason we have these physical medias and stuff, like literally all of these, is so that when things go south or when things hit the fan, we can still play. I got a whole bunch, like I have a wall of games, or towers, technically speaking, of games over there that I've shown in my live streams, or at least I think I've shown in my live streams. Pretty sure I did. I don't remember. I've done it in Discord at least. I could just go grab them and just be more than I can carry because they're tall. They're like 6.5 foot, maybe towers, maybe 7 foot towers. I don't remember, but and I just have them filled. And I got games stacked up around my TV on the other side of the room, and I have lots of stuff. I have what do you need, but you're not getting it because it's mine. Anyway, I like to collect stuff, and I waited forever to get Baldur's Gate 3 because, well, I wanted a physical. I was like, are they going to put a physical out? And some people were saying yes, some people were no. And then everyone was going crazy about Clair Obscur Expedition 33. I waited as long as I could and kept asking, is there going to be a physical rendition of a collector's edition of some sort? A deluxe edition, a collector's edition, whatever they're going to call it. Are they going to do it? And everything I could find said, no, they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. And then all of a sudden, I just find out today, they did it. They daggum did it. Which upsets me greatly, because I would have gotten it. Because that's what I was waiting for. But I ended up, because a year passed, essentially. And in that year, no signs of anything showing up. Apparently in the middle of like June or something in 2025, they throw out a pre-order. No notifications. Nobody was talking about it. No one's saying, hey, the Game of the Year edition is going to get this. Or like, hey, the gonna be Game of the Year is getting this collector's edition with cool stuff in it. So, of course, I was completely shocked at this marvelous. And then I was like, oh, is it still available? Because you can still go buy this from Larian. They said they're going to keep it in stock pretty much indefinitely. So, you can go pick one up right now. Just go to Larian's website. Boom, you got it, right? Well, let's take a gander at this Clair Obscur Expedition 33, shall we? Now, this is a really cool website. It even moves with you and everything. It's all cool. So this is the Monolith set. And if you hover over, you get a steel book featuring Gustav Mayo and the paintress. I don't know how their names are. They're French. Gustave, Maïl, paintress. You have a 20.3 centimeter monolith music box, hand painted resin statuette. I like music boxes. I don't have any, but I want them, especially for like Nier Automata, Nier Replicant, and all that kind of stuff. Legend of Zelda, that kind of stuff. I'd love to get my hands on that. But other things come first priority wise. Let's see. You get this monolith collector's case, premium collector box. Ooh. I have collector's boxes right here. I have Replicant there. You can't see it, but underneath the Zelda stuff back there is Nier Automata's big box version. That was not cheap. And then over here you get this little Expeditioner's Journal, 48-page hardcover art book. This makes me sad. And tells you all the stuff that it has, but I literally just went over all that stuff, right? Keep in mind, this is like a $50 game or something like that. $50 game. I was like, oh, do they sell it? Do they sell it? They do sell it. Or I should say they did sell it. Now, where can you actually actively get it? That is the question. So let us go to everyone's favorite shopping market. eBay. I wish I was joking. I really do wish I was joking. So, keep in mind this is not the normal price, but this is the first one that popped up when I Googled the Clair Obscure Expedition 33 Collector's Edition Monolith, whatever. I typed in the bar. In Google. This is the first thing that popped up. Now, I despise scalpers with the glaring worst possible vitriol and anger. Righteous anger, mind the way. But anger and disgust to my very soul, my very being. Now, I'm not talking, I'm gonna be very clear here. I'm not talking about your local game store that got a couple in and they're selling them. It's not what I'm talking about. I'm not even talking about the person down the street who bought it and didn't want it and they like, here, I'll sell it to you for, 10, 20 bucks more so I cover my tracks and I make a little money off of it because I just didn't want it for whatever reason. I'm not covering those guys. I'm covering people who more than, let's say, 150% the cost or more of what they spent. Not of what it's valued at, but of what they spent. Because obviously, if you're in a foreign country and you got to pay for tariffs and all that type of stuff, you equate that. So if you paid like 50 bucks for something and the tariffs put it to 75, well then 75 or more. It's a fair deal. Now if you open it, then it drops the price a little bit, but you're getting in that rough area, 25% over, 25% below. It's kind of like, it's a nice sweet spot. If you go to a gamer place, they're like 66% of its value is what we will give you because we're going to sell it for that extra 100% to get somebody to buy it so that we make that 33%. That's how game stores do it, right? Okay. Pretty much everywhere it's used does that essentially. Use books, use whatever. They find what they think the normal selling price of it is and give you 66% to get you to sell it to them. And they'll give you usually more in store credit because it's not actual loss as of yet. And they don't have to pay you money, more or less. But it does transfer into money for them. It's not immediate payout as opposed to a potential eventual payout. Needless to say. Sorry, cracking my back. Oh, I'm a normal dude. I am just a normal dude. I am not normal, by the way. I am the weirdest person you'll ever meet. So, all right. $999.90. It's new for PlayStation 5, which is optimal. If you're not doing PC, I'd do it on PlayStation 5. Game included, yes, $999. Do you want to take a guess on how much it costs without the game? Shall we take a look? Collector's box only. It's literally the value of the game removed. Oh my god. Like, all right, hear me out. I personally do not need the game. I have the Steam version already. I can always buy a physical edition of it if I want. But the other stuff that I can't get, that's what I would really, really want. Because let's say if I did buy this from the actual Sandfall Interactive, whatever. I said entertainment. Sandfall Interactive. If I bought it from them for their price, I probably wouldn't even open the game because I'm going to play it on PC. But I get the cool art book. I got a cool steel book. I've got a music box that I'm probably going to play a lot of. Because I haven't actually started playing the game yet because I've been waiting because I had a schedule for other games I was playing. And I was like, this is definitely going on my list to play. But it was on a really good deal. I think I got it for like 30 or 40 bucks for the deluxe edition or something. Like it was off, like 33% off sale or whatever, back in December, whatever it is. But I was like, you know what? I would totally get this. Like, there's not even that much there. Like, it's a steel book case. So whoop-a-dee-doo. Like that. They're pretty to look at. They get dented super easy. They get scratched super easy. But it's cool. It's got an art book. That's pretty nice. It's got a music maker. That's pretty nice. It's got a giant box. That's about it. That's what you're paying $1,000 for. Now, I did check the average price on eBay. It's around $400 to $500 for a new unused box. It's typically still in the actual packing box it came in. But that's for the Xbox variation. That's for the PlayStation variation. I assume there's also a PC variation. All of them equal. Exact same thing. This person has sold 6 SIX 6 at $1,000 a piece. While, mind you, $500 options are available. Each one of these morons who bought from this person could easily have bought 2 of the game, turned around and sold it for $20 more and made money off of it. Like, it blows my mind. But then again, people are greedy. Now, to be a scalper, there are a few requirements, we'll say. You can't be an established pre-built business that sells them at the normal MSRP or near enough, right? You sell them based upon the market. I totally understand the market. However, scalpers destroy the market because they'll buy up all the stuff and then hike the price. The only way to destroy a scalper is to produce more of the content or more of the stuff and make them just watch them sink into either debt. Like with Larian Studios for Baldur's Gate 3 physical edition. Because you can buy them from them for like $80 plus 20, I think, shipping, or it was $100 plus 20 shipping. I don't remember which one it was. It was 80 or 100, and then there was a $20 shipping. If you purchase from them, it'll always be that price. So unless you're getting it for that price or less anywhere else, you're wasting your time. But knowing you're going to Larian and saying, I'm buying it from you, you know it's brand freaking new, untouched, impeccable condition, and if it's damaged or anything, you can get it replaced in a heartbeat. That's quality because you can't scalp that. I mean, you could try, but who's gonna buy it for $800 on a freaking eBay when they can spend 100, 120 bucks and boom, they're done? Like I could buy 8 of them from Larian for the price of that. Well, more like 6 or 7, but reasonably speaking. Math are hard. Okay. The lowest I saw was, I want to say, 310 plus like 20 shipping and handling. Right? So like 330, 350 was the cheapest, and they were bids, which means they're not staying at that point. Now, what, you may ask? What is your favorite color? Blue. You may pass. What? That's easy. What is your favorite color? Blue. No, wait, green. Monty Python skit, sorry. What is the actual cost of this game? You will be surprised to learn it is this much. 120 smackaroos. But it's sold out. I would have bought it in a heartbeat for 120. I only need one. Need one for me. And I firmly believe in the depths of my soul that every scalper should be given the chance to repent of their ways and put things right to people, send them their money back, and within reason. Like, obviously, you sold them something, so like keep the money that the value of that item is when you sold it, and then give them the rest back. If they refuse, they should be burned at the stake publicly, so you can hear the screams and cries as the blisters and the boils and the blood starts to burst from their organs and their veins. And yes, that got dark real quick. I'm trying to compete with the freaking Divinity trailer. But I want the meat to slide off their bones, and you can see the terror in their eyes, and they realize they're going to die for something really stupid because they shouldn't be doing this to the world. Because I despise scalpers. Oh, I despise them so much. It's not the sign of a healthy market when scalpers are in the market. So I was trying to think, what's a good way to get rid of scalpers? Well, the obvious go-to is to continuously create and print more of whatever it is you're selling. So the layering method, basically. You just indefinitely, they're going to have them. Knock yourself out. They're just going to keep making more of them. You might have somebody stupid enough to go buy one for, $6 million when there's a fresh one for 100, 120. But your odds are dipping a little bit lower when you get to the reality aspect. Now, what else could we do? The problem is because of the way that eBay, Amazon, etc. operate, they don't let you leave. I mean, Amazon does leave comments, more or less. Maybe eBay does. I've not really looked, but you need to absolutely nerf the freaking crap out of their ratings. I mean the absolute worst rating. If a 0 star is available, you take that sucker and you post, somebody needs to write up a giant, in quotations, I am a scalper and I am here to destroy your marketing system and absolutely make your life a living hell in the pursuit of making exorbitant amounts of money off of you, because I'm kid you not, 10 times the value. 10. Not 5. Not 4. Not 3. Not even 1.5, which is actually within reason, technically speaking. 10. 6 were sold. That's $600 worth of game. Well, $700 technically speaking, with the 20s and everything. 720, I think. $720 as opposed to $6,000. Now, before you say, I've been doing this wrong this entire time, I need to go start scalping, try to reconsider. Because we absolutely need, without a shadow of a doubt, demolish these people. Because this is trash. Like, if you bought this for $120 and went into a game store, they ain't selling. They're not buying it nor selling it for $1,000. No shot. No shot. They'd sell it for what its value is. It's worth $120. Now, if you held on to it for 50 years, that might increase the value of a bit. Maybe. Do you want to waste 50 years of your life holding on to merchandise, though? That's not how merchants work. They're trying to get the most they can get in the shortest time they can get. So, unlikely that's going to happen. Now, review bombing, not particularly fond of it when it's not called for. And I don't think typically a person telling their honest feelings, their honest viewpoints on something is considered a review bomb. Now, if y'all remember when the Rings of Power came out on Amazon, remember the long list of the YouTube comments? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Evil can never create. It can only corrupt and destroy. And I'm not exactly lining. I'm not trying to say it one for one, but that you get the idea. It's evil has no ability to create. They did not create a game and sell this originally for $1,000. They took somebody else's stuff, corrupted it by changing the price 10 times, and made money off of it. That's evil. I'm sorry, there's no way around it. I mean, even in a market of $400, that's still pricey, guys. I mean, double the price? That's putting me over the edge as it is. 1.5. If you're only doing one, I could grant that. Maybe even I'll be somewhat retarded and say I'll give you 2 times. That's $240. Not 1,000. But you know, $180. Not unreasonable. And if you're selling one, if you're selling like 15 of them or more than one, come on, bro. Like, it should be illegal just for the fact of you're destabilizing the market. This is a market put out there for people who want to purchase said thing. With how popular this game is, why would you ever not make more of these? I don't understand it. Why would you not make more to make more money in order to make your studio bigger? It's sold out. And the speed at which it sells out also tells you the speed at which it is wanted. Now, here's the thing. Let's say you make more, but real gamers aren't interested. The scalpers will eat it up. You'll make your money as a company. And if nobody buys from the scalpers, they will hopefully get ruined. I don't normally like to wish bad things upon people, but you get what you deserve, scalpers. You're up there with some really bad people in my book. Because maybe this is my collector persona coming out. There's very few things in this world that people like me can enjoy and get like true excitement out of it. Like playing a card game like a TCG, whether it be Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, something else, and being able to tear open a booster pack, pull it out, and boom, you got this awesome freaking card that's worth lots of money. The feeling you get is fantastic, but the feeling you get for opening 7,000 booster packs to get the one card you needed and you end up spending more than the card's worth is not an exciting venture. That's why you're only supposed to do it once in a blue moon for one pack or something of that, a couple packs maybe. To get that, I'm going to get something really cool because they're like $7 a piece or whatever the crap it is now. That cannot be replicated by standard stuff. So for people like me, it's not going to work. It's not going to cut it. We have to have the collector's edition. So if I see a collector's edition of something, I try to go after that collector's edition the best I can. And I will say, in the past, I was a part of the problem when it comes to scalpers because everything was sold out then and there, and there's nothing I could do. But the problem is I don't trust nobody to purchase something and sell it within a reasonable amount to people like me who actually desire the product instead of a scalper trying to just make tons of money off of it. Does this mean people shouldn't be able to resell stuff? Absolutely not. That's not what I'm saying. Does it mean you shouldn't be able to destroy a market or a demand or a supply for an item? Because the demand's there. The supply is destroyed by people buying it to sell it, not people buying it to use it and sell it. And if you were just there to use it, you don't buy a collector's edition, you buy the game. That's how that works. So, this irritates me to no end. And I've tried to figure out what could we do? How do we stop scammers? Only thing I can do is destroy their reputation, buy their own reputation. If you buy something cheap from them and absolutely obliterate their rankings. Just absolutely obliterate. Not because, necessarily just they're bad people. Like, you're hitting them because they're bad people. And when I say hit, I mean non-violently. I mean, like, literally, you're destroying their reputation that they destroyed the market. It's fair play in that regard. If they were doing this more or less in the normal market of ideas, I wouldn't mind as much. They're not. They're doing it with hostility, intent, and greed. And they're not doing it the capitalist scum. They're doing it in the more eat the rich target kind of way. Like, you buy something, give them that 1 star or less if possible, and then type your comment. This person is a scalper. This person will charge you way more than the value of the item. And you can even tell them what the value of the item is. If the item is valued at $10 and they're selling it for $3,000, nail them to the freaking comment. Just nail it to them. Said, I ordered stuff from this person. I tried to order other stuff from this person, but they put this way out of proportion because they're greedy people and they don't deserve your business. Go support people who actually care about you. And just watch the stars drop and them not get business. That's how you destroy scalpers. You represent them as they represent themselves. You say, hey, you're a dishonest douchebag. Let's tell everybody you're a dishonest douchebag because you're a dishonest douchebag. You're trying to say, I provide you with the goods for a good deal. No, you're not. You're not. No good deal here. No good deal. Sorry. I get really flared up about this kind of stuff because obviously it's something I care about doing. I'm not saying this because I'd only take it if it was half off. No. I will pay fair price for something. I just will not pay an unfair price from a person who's doing this knowingly. This isn't like going to somebody's garage sale and they have it sitting there on the table and they're asking for the same price or maybe like $20, $50 more that they got it from. It's still sealed, still gorgeous, all that kind of stuff. but by this time it's been like a year, 2 years, whatever down the road. And I'm like, I'll take that. That's not what it's like. It's like going there and saying, "Hey, how much for the sealed product of this collector's box?" I'll take $6 million for it. You out your dang mind. That's what you out of. And business. You out of business. So when you experience these kind of people, let the world know how you really feel about them in as accurate a representation as you can. Even post things like, this particular item was X dollars, brand spanking new, this person is selling it like just fresh out of it being sold out or whatever. Like it was sold out, but out of the sold out mark, they sold it for like 20 times, 8 times, 4 times, whatever the amount is. This is what they're was selling for, and this is what they're selling it as. They're not doing it as a business move, they're doing it as a scalper move. There is a difference, because businesses have reputable reputations, scalpers do not. So people might say, "Oh yeah, I got it. I paid $1,000. It was a great deal." And it's like, bro, you could find it from literally anybody else for half the price on average, and possibly cheaper if you know where to look. But thank you for coming to my TED Talk /rant. Hope it didn't bother you too much. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that fun jazz on what your thoughts are, or how you think we should combat scalpers. Because that will be a war of the ages. Destroying the entire market of the whole entire planet because they destroy supply lines, the market, supply, demand, all that kind of stuff. It's quite the undertaking. But a real review can make all the difference in the world. And if eBay or any other company tries to put up a fight, just be like, look, I gave my honest opinion about this. I'm not a bot. Put the review back. Don't flag it. Don't block it. Just put the review back. If they are reputable, they won't have anything to say. That's that. Like, if people don't like their product and they nuke that thing, not just the item, the actual business. If the business's practices are so bad that it actually destroys the company, that means they were doing business wrong. But then again, we should also come back to the trade and barter type stuff. Trade and barter, even wealth, even currency, but trade and barter anything and say, look, I'll give you equivalent value of what it's worth. Not some outrageous 10 times number. For crying out loud, people, please be smarter than that. So, but don't worry, guys, there's only one left. Go blow $1,000 on something you can get 2 of them for. But that being said, thanks for coming. Check the description for my socials. Check the description for content creators that I think you might enjoy participating. If you're here and you care about literally any amount of seconds of me being me, you'll probably enjoy those other guys. Probably more than me, if I'm going to be honest. So, below that, check out the businesses that are not going to destroy you entirely from the ground up. And that's a good thing. And support them if that's a market you're in. So, thanks everybody. And remember, my friends, walk in the light.